Hi, this is Munson from Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Walk Like a Man by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. And we end up cabling this on 3rd fret to kind of match the recording, but it starts out with kind of that walk intro where you kind of start off with the low E string on the 3rd fret, and then we go to 3rd fret on the A string. So you could kind of follow just that bass line of that G, G, C, C, G, G, C, C. Or if you wanted to back that up with chords, you'd start on a G major chord. And the way you play G major, first finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string 3rd fret, and third finger on the high E string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd for a G. And then from the G major, we're going to a C major chord. C major. First finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and third finger on the A string 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord and it sounds really happy. You may also want to think about lifting off the first finger and making that a C major 7, or you could take the pinky and add it in on the B string 3rd fret, and make that a C major 9. Or you could play C major 9 a different way and do first finger on the D 2nd, second finger on the A 3rd, third finger on the B string 3rd, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd. That's another way you could kind of play your C majors, kind of the C major 9. And our beginning, actually, we end up kind of alternating between the G and the C. And you may want to do that with downs, or you may want to kind of do kind of a 4 down idea, and I'm kind of adding a little bit of muting to that. And then we're repeating that 6 times once the walk comes in, until we get to the very end of our intro, where we do a whole G major for kind of an 8 count, kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then a C, and then a G major, and then we go to a D major chord, and we play D major. First finger goes to the G on the 2nd fret, the second finger on the high E 2nd fret, and third finger on the B string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord and it sounds really happy. Now, while you're on Ds in general, it can be kind of cool to lift the 2nd finger and make that a D suspended 2nd, or you can add in the pinky on the high E 3rd and make it a D sus and kind of say some things around D chords. So on that very end of the tag, you got kind of the G, walk like a C, G, D, kind of at the end of the intro. Or another strum pattern that I really like to play with is a down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the G and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now the weird part about applying that is that G, C at the beginning, you may want to half the strum pattern. So you can do kind of a down, down, up on each of those chords. Or you may want to kind of half the pattern. You could do G down, down, C, up, down, up, G, down, C, up, down, or even a down, down, C, up, down, G, down, C, up, down. We got our tag with our G, C, G, D. And then from that intro, then we go into our verse form. And we start on G major, but then we go to an A minor chord. We play A minor. First finger goes to the B on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and third finger on the G string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord and it sounds really sad. And while you're on A minors, it can be kind of cool to lift the first finger and make that an A sus 2. Or you could add in the pinky on the B string 3rd and make it an A suspended. Or if you're digging on that C major 9 voicing, you could use something called an A 7 sus, where you do the first finger on the D 2nd, second finger on the G string 2nd, third finger on the B string 3rd, and the pinky on the high E string 3rd. Kind of use that for your A. And on our verse, actually, we end up kind of going between the G and the A minor 7 times, and then there's kind of this big hit on a G chord, kind of a big down. And these kind of have like our G and our C in the beginning, so you can do that in a lot of different ways. Kind of G, A minor, G, A minor, or the G, down, up, A minor, G, A minor, or you might kind of dig on that halving idea. G, down, up, down, and G, A minor. So we got a big hit on G, and then from there, then we go into our chorus part. And our chorus starts on the C major, but then we go to an F major chord. And normally you do this as a 1st fret bar, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, third finger on the A 3rd fret, and the pinky on the D string 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major bar chord and it sounds really happy. And a good substitute for that, if you're just starting out, is to do an F major 7, where you do first finger on the B string 1st fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, and third finger on the D string 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7 chord. It sounds really groovy, happy. And then from the F we go back to C, and then another F, and then we go to a C, but then we go to an E minor chord. We play E minor. First finger goes to A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you may also want to think about adding in the third finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, and make that an E minor 7. And randomly, another way, if you're kind of digging on the C major non-voicing, you could do the F as an F major 13, where you do the first finger on the G string 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 3rd fret, third finger on the B string 3rd, pinky on the high E string 3rd. You kind of use the D string and the high E string, kind of digging on, kind of keeping those in one place, kind of that third finger, 4th finger idea. And then from that F, at the very end, we got kind of that C, E minor, and then an F, and then a G change, and we almost start that over again, kind of back to C, F, C, F, C, E minor, and then the F, and then a D to set us up to go back into kind of our walk idea. So if we tried our chorus with kind of our strumming, you could kind of work that as kind of the 4 downs on each of the chords, or you could have the down, down, up, down, up. Or just work the down, down, up on each of those chords. C, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, F, down, up, C, down, up, E minor, down, up, F, down, up, E, down, up. To go back into kind of the walk idea. Now the weird part is to play along with Frankie Valli, instead of starting on a G chord, he's starting on a B flat major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, that now your G is really a B flat major, and your C is really an E flat major, and your D major is really an F major, and your F major is really an A flat major, and your A minor is really a C minor chord. But to take it from the very beginning, you may want to kind of work that bass idea as kind of the intro, or you could kind of follow that G-C change, kind of doing the down, down on each one. Or you could try kind of the downs on each one, or alternating between these ideas is cool too. Or you could try halving that strum pattern in different places until we get kind of that G, C like a G, and a D to go into our first verse. So we have kind of that G, A minor, 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 G, A minor. Then we got our big G in, and then we go into our chorus part. So we got our C, F, C, F, C minor, F, G, C, F, C, F, C minor, and then F, and a D to lead us back into kind of our walk idea. So it's almost like an intro return on that second or right after that. Now something else I like to add to a song like this too is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the G you'd have the low E for the bass. On the C you'd have the A for the bass. On the D you'd have the D for the bass. And on the F you'd have the low E for the bass. And on the F major 7 you'd have the D for the bass. And on the E minor you'd have the low E for the bass. So we tried that intro return with kind of a bass down. Then we have G with low E bass, C, G, C, or you could have the pattern kind of based on the G chord, bass, down, C, up, down, G, C, G, C, with just our G chord, and then kind of D with the whole pattern at the end before we go into our next verse. So we try our second verse with basses. We have G, A minor, 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 and then got our G hit, oh, 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 and then we kind of be going into our next chorus. So now we're C, F, C, F, C minor, F, G, C, F, C, F, C minor, F, D. outro. So we're at the very end. I want to go back and have just that G, C, I. Or if you know the roots around these chords, feel free to kind of take this lesson and run with it and kind of embellish it any way you want to. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Walk Like a Man by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Good luck!